Hey, this is the collector on the corner here. I've been busy this morning. Did quite a bit of different things. I've got 3 of the pistons already pressed out. Rather than take it into my press, I decided I'd see if this little old porta power that's used for doing body work would do the job. I got one left. It's this one right here. If you look down this bore here, you can see I put a big washer that come out of my sleeve kit on top of that piston. Now I'm gonna try and give her a pump or two and see if she moves. There, when it moved,
Oh,
you can hear it.
yeah, I hear it and see it.
Seems like it don't want to go anymore. There it went.
There it went, yeah.
Yeah, a stiff spot. There it went.
I heard it.
It's taking a lot more pressure to move that than I thought it would.
Good thing you're strong.
Of course, that chain holding that, if that chain breaks, he's going to fly out there and hit one of us.
Hey!
I don't know. Don't seem to want to go any further. I'm going to feel underneath here and see what we got going on. The piston's not down to the bottom of the bore yet. But it's sure enough stuck. We'll see if I can give it a little help. I hate to beat on stuff like this, but sometimes it went.
Yay!
Start over again. That's about the limit of that little ram. Let's see what I got. These porta powers is handy. Never had one for years, but I got one now. Put a little extension on it, about 3 or 4 inches. And I believe I can get that piston down as far as I'm going to be able to get it. Matter of fact, I better feel and see how close it is to the bottom of the bore. The main cap sticks out too far. I don't believe I'll be able to get this one out from the bottom.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna push it down as far as I can. Then I'm gonna take my cylinder hone and I'm gonna hone on it.
Ah.
And clean it up as best I can.
Mm-hmm.
We had about 3 inches to that. That stroke. You gotta get this just right or it'll be crooked. I want that chain like that, and that like that. That looks pretty good.
looking for?
A big square piece of rod I had there. I'm gonna take it in this persuader.
Ah.
It went.
Yay!
A little bit.
Yeah, I see the doohickey. It left my...
Horsepower's got slack.
Yay!
That's about all I'm gonna do is one more time like this. Cause I ain't gonna be able to push this one out from the bottom because the webbing on the main cap's in the way.
Ah.
That's as far as I need to go. Okay. Take that up, all this dangerous apparatus out of the way.
Thank you.
Look down here. Had a washer in here. Big washer, and I had two more washers stuck down there on that where that step head was on that piston.
Mm-hmm.
If you look down here, you see all the rust right there on this here. See all the rust that was above that piston? Rather than try to gouge that up, I pushed them down.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here. What I'll do is clean that up real good and hone it, and I'll bring that piston back out that way because it's not going to go down through the bottom because the webbing on the main cap sticks out too far. All the rest of these, I got them out. Now, if we look over here, I got these pistons out. Here's the three I got removed. They look like I got a chrome top ring and two more compression rings and an oil ring on them. And all of them stuck. They're stuck down in them grooves tight. If I'd have got that freed up, it'd have never been successful. But what I can do with these is take and put them in hot water, boil them, put them on the stove, coffee can full of water and boil them, and them rings will come loose. I've had that happen before to clean them rings up. I measured the bore here. I actually know how to read that mic. I measured the bore and it's got a 3 7/16 bore. So them are overbore kit piston that's in there. And it's step head. Now I had to stack some washers up here where my big flat washer would sit flat on that. But anyway, that's all for that. But I got another little deal I want to talk about. There was a fella on the internet talking about he had a mystery on his H because it had a dipstick. And we all know H's don't have dipsticks. But somebody's probably put one on his. But here's a power unit with a dipstick on it. And it's like that dipstick he had. It says full with the engine running on one side and full the engine stopped on the other. But look at the top of that. That's got a thumbnail deal on the top. It's got a big tube that sticks up, 3 inches anyway, above the block. And in the oil pan, it's got plugs where you can pull them plugs out and put petcocks in there. Now, around here, that fella that was on the internet, he said you didn't have petcocks. But it did, and they're like this one right here. The petcocks was on his engine, the end's been twisted off. But them just screw into the pan. He could screw them out and replace them if he wanted. That's what. Okay, now. Come on, I got another power unit engine. We talked about it a little bit the other day. I've done pulled it out of that. Took the clutch off of it. Took everything off of it. See, it's got that same kind of dipstick. And I was reading on the internet, and everybody said if you put a U-Force power unit in a tractor, you got to change the front cover. I don't think so. There's the front cover off of H, and there's one on that right there on the power unit, and I can't see a nickel's worth of difference in any of them. What holds that engine on the front of that power unit is this little deal here, and there's a cradle it sits in. That same deal is on the power unit. Same deal on the H deal. I don't think there's a nickel's worth of difference. I'm going to leave that in there. Y'all done know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and install this engine in that tractor and try it out. One thing, there's one place got a set of rings like on that piston with chrome top ring. They want $169 for that set of rings. Well, you're going to have to pay shipping and taxes, $200. There's another place got a set of rings, but they're not a chrome top ring, and they want like $60 for them. And there's some more places got prices in between there on piston rings. But I'm in a little bit of a hurry, so I'm going to try this motor out. I'm curious to see if it's any good anyway, so I'm going to maybe just wasting time putting it in that tractor, but it's going to get in there. This afternoon, it's a pretty nice day today, so this afternoon, I'm fixing to get out here and move that block. Now I'm going to do a bunch of power washing. Power wash this engine off. I'm going to go ahead and, this is the back plate off the H. It fits right on them two alignment dowels. Well, that bell housing fits. That's the back plate off that H tractor. That other, the cast iron bell housing bolted right to this. But it's going to bolt right in that tractor. And the clutch out of it, I got the clutch out of that power unit. I was fully intending on using this clutch out of this H. It ain't down to the river yet. But look at that clutch is in that power unit. It's identical clutch. But this looks, aside from the rust on it, it is where it's still got the printing on the sides of it. Part number ain't even been wore off of it. So I'll go ahead and use this better clutch when I put her together. They ain't a whole lot of difference, but that's my plan anyway, and I've made a plan. Now I'm going to try and work it. So we'll say goodbye and good luck to y'all. And thank everybody that subscribed.